Man, I can't believe this actually. What is going on, All American Sports Network? If it's your first time tuning into the broadcast, please do me a favor. Go ahead on and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell all the way up top. Please like and share. Please like and share. Now, with that being said, guys, let's jump into this. Man, oh man, there's been some upsets already today. Already been some upsets. Never thought that it was going to be upsets like this, but hey, this is part of the game. When it happens, it happens. So we're going to go ahead on and start jumping into the finals of some of the games that's been a major upset. Uh, and the ones that I predicted was right. So let's go to the one that I predicted right first. Now, this right here, like I told y'all over and over and over again, that Jameis Winston is not reliable as a quarterback. I've always said this, and you're about to see the footage of why I am right about this type of thing. And like I said, sorry, Buccaneer fans. Excuse me, Saints fans, but this is the truth. You have a dud now since Drew Brees has gone. Let's go ahead on and let's share this. Now I'm finna share this little bit of a clip right over here. Look at the interception. So that's all I got to tell y'all on that. I ain't got to share anymore. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but I'm going to tell you what happened in this game.
Drive. It's what propels the champions, the comeback kids.
Again, not surprised. From the start, the Carolina Panthers came in this game with Brandon Zylstra pass, the pass from Brandon Zylstra catching a pass from Sam Darnold for 20 yards, and they got the touchdown. With the kick being good, okay, by Z Gonzalez. Second quarter, Zane Gonzalez made once again a 20-yard field goal, tying it up to 10-0. Then you had DJ Moore receive the pass from Sam Darnold for 2 yards, and you had Gonzalez once again kick it off, man, right through the uprights with the extra point. Now we're at 17-0. Jameis Winston finally did an 8-yard rush. Okay. He got the extra point, which is good. Which Roses had the extra point and it was good. But then again, the next 2 quarters, all you saw was all Carolina. Carolina threw 11. Christian McCaffrey did 11-yard rush right into the end zone. Z Gonzalez get an extra point. Here we go again. Now we at 20. They try to do an extra point, but it's no good. It's wide left. So they missed the extra point, but it's 23-7. And then Zane Gonzalez made a 42-yard field goal right at 3 minutes and 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, there is so many things to take away from this. There's a lot of things that has to be worked on for these folks, for the Saints to be like it is. So let's dig deep inside right quick before I move on to the next that has been finished. See what I can figure out, see what we can talk about. Well, it was a sloppy game for New Orleans. It really was. Now, to say the least, for their defense, they had a lot of coaches out for COVID. Okay. 8 coaches were down. And then they also had injuries. Now let's talk about the injuries they had. On defense, they had Marshawn Lattimore, Marcus Davenport, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and Kwame Alexander. And that's just to name a few. On the offense, they had Eric McCoy, because the offensive line got destroyed. So they had a terrible offensive line, couldn't protect the quarterback. And Jameis Winston struggled. Not only just not having a good pass protection didn't help him at all either. So with that being said, Jameis did a little bit better than what expected, but I still feel like Jameis Winston is not there. Jameis Winston is not an elite quarterback like Drew Brees. I'll still say that the New Orleans Saints are putting too much eggs in one basket with this guy. If it was me, the first thing I would do, I would ride out with him to the rest of the season, and I would either try to get me a quarterback that I could actually mold into being the next Drew Brees, because right now in quarterback, they're going through a rebuild. Or I would get me a real stud of a polished quarterback. Somebody that may be about his same age bracket, or maybe someone like a Cam Newton that I could actually hold on to until I build that rookie up, till I get that rookie comfortable enough for the next following year to take over the reins. That's just my opinion. But I just know Jameis Winston ain't the answer. Now, Alvin Kamara barely made a dent in the Carolina defense, but once the team got down 17-0, it was hard for him to really get involved much. But when he did get a chance, he ran what felt like 30 yards on a 2nd and goal that started on the 1-yard line. Then you got Marquez Callaway, barely got on the action. The tight ends were nowhere to be found in the receiving game. But maybe that's because they were asked to help block for their quarterback. Nothing went right for this team. It just was a bad team on this. Now, people are also saying that Blake Gillikin is looking like an MVP today, and he's a punter. That's how bad it was. And he was bunting deeps all afternoon. That's the only saving grace they really had. But I tell you one thing, Peyton Turner did as much as he could as a first round pick. I mean, like I said, man, it just was one of those, lot of injuries, and coaching was down. You could tell that they didn't have efficient coaching from the past couple of days. This just was a nightmare. The Panthers capitalized and took advantage. So what can we say about the Panthers and who they will have to go against next week? Well, let's talk about that, and let's look and see what we can say about the NFC South, since the Panthers is now doing pretty well for themselves, and talk about what they may expect next week. Like I said, Sam Darnold is doing pretty well. I mean, better than what we've been hearing about the Panthers over the past couple of years. So, you can't really get too upset about it. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to get some information here. My computer freezing up today. Don't know why. But we're gonna make it do what it do. But yeah, the Panthers looked pretty good. I mean, they capitalize on the situation. That's all it's about. If you can capitalize on the situation when the team that you're facing has a lot of mishaps, that's the first step of showing everybody that you really are trying to be a competitive in the football game, because everybody needs that, for real. So we're going to go and move on to the next situation when it comes to the NFL scores that's already been completed today. This here, New England versus the New York Jets. Guys, I'm not surprised. This game was not, look, if New England would have lost this game, I would have told them personally their season was over. Like, literally, your season's over. Don't even, it's okay. Your season's over. This is where we at. Now, I'm going to recap on some of the good things about this game, but let's just put it to you this way. Wilson threw 4 interceptions, and that's not good on week 2. It's definitely not good. But we're gonna show the highlight of this, some of the highlights of it, let you guys see some of the marvel of what happened. And again, if it's your first time tuning in, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell up top. Please like and share. Please like and share. Like I said, we love when everybody comes in, man. It just helps the channel grow. So let's get into this right here. It helps the channel grow. So let's go ahead on and share this off the top.
Smith, the tight end left. The handoff to Wilson on the delay. Runs up the middle. Bounces off a hit. Carries out of another tackle. Across the 15. Slips another hit. Driving inside the 5. Is finding his way to the 1. Pushing his way to the end zone. Here's the end. Touchdown. Patriots. Relentless. Damien Harris.
Herculean effort. What a run by Harris.
Good run, good run, good run. Very good run. So let me go ahead on here.
Trust or bust, Matthew, I give you a name and you think you tell me.
What some of the things that we can take away about this. So Mac Jones was smart and efficient. Damian Harris and James White had touchdown runs, and the New England Patriots took advantage of a nightmarish outing by Zach Wilson in a 25-6 victory over the New York Jets. With the spotlight on the Mac versus Zach matchup of rookie first-round quarterbacks, it was Jones who shined as Wilson was intercepted 4 times twice by J.C. Jackson. What did I tell y'all? I've always told y'all, if you follow my broadcast and what I say, when it comes to Bill Belichick, he will mold his quarterbacks. I'm telling you now, this dude has something that's in the air that he molds his quarterbacks that especially are young to be like start to become an elite status. Now, Jones, the number 15 overall pick in the draft, went 22 of 30 for 186 yards for the Patriots 1-1 a week after going 29 for 39 for 281 yards, then a touchdown in a loss to Miami. Sunday's numbers were more than good enough for New England to beat the New York for the 11th straight game. Damn. Boy, that's crazy. Wilson had 19 of 33 for 210 yards, and he had 4 interceptions. Struggled right away. And this might have been expected. So now Bill improves to 22-6 against rookie quarterbacks since taking over as Patriots coach in 2000. He didn't get the memo. He didn't get the memo. So here we go. Here comes the sad news. So we had Wilson struggling with the Patriots linebacker Kyle Van Noy, inactive with the throat injury. With Wilson struggling, the Patriots linebacker Kyle Van Noy, who's inactive with a throat injury, took to Twitter and got social media buzzing. Ghosts again, Van Noy tweeted in the third quarter. He was referring, of course, to former quarterback Sam Darnold being caught on TV saying he felt as though he was seeing ghosts in New England's 33-0 route in week 7 of the 2019 season. Boy, I'm telling you, y'all professional athletes know how to troll each other. Game over. The Jets trailed over 13-3 at halftime, but history showed the Patriots had it all but wrapped up. New England has won 41 consecutive games, with leading by double digits after 2 quarters. The NFL's longest such active streak. That is true. Now, Patriots only had Trent Brown to get injured, a right tackle, and with the calf injury and replacement. Yasir Durant was benched in the second half after allowing 3 sacks. Durant was replaced by Dustin Herron. And the Jets wide receiver Jamison Crowder was with a surprise catch with a surprise scratch with a groin injury after he said Friday he felt good and expected to play. Next, the Patriots are going to play New Orleans Saints next Sunday. I don't know how it would be. I'm just going to tell you right now, the Patriots are going to be prepared. I hope the Saints coaching staff will be ready to go and get these guys prepared for next Sunday. Jets is going to Denver, and I hate to tell the Jets, I don't see you winning it because Denver was absolutely on top of its game. So I don't see the Jets having a good season again. Sorry, Jet fans. This is y'all should be used to this by now. You know, yeah. I just don't see it. Sorry. Not to burst your bubble. But hey, it's better to get the truth from me than anyone else. All right, we're going to keep going on with more teams that are still playing football. I'm going to bypass those for now. Now we're going to head on to the New York Giants and Washington. I think we talked about that already. Yeah, we already talked about that. That was Thursday Night Football. My bad. Let's keep on going here, guys. My bad. Let's get that. That was already played. My bad, guys. Don't hate me. Like I said, if you're coming in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We still going to be talking about some of the hottest games. Now, Cincinnati and the Chicago Bears. Guys, listen. This was a good game. Jay Burrows should not have his head down in any shame. He did very well as he could. It's just that Chicago Bears just this was the better team. It really was. It just was the better team. Now I'm going to recap this. Burrows threw 3 interceptions on 3 straight passes. Everybody is dissing the guy like, oh, yeah, I told you, man. But listen, he's still learning. Just like what happened with Dalton's injury and Fields had to take over. He threw an interception. This is all learning for these guys. They still new. They still young players, okay? First year in the league, excuse me. I think it's Joe Burrow's second season in the league, and I think it's Jay Fields' first. So, yeah, Justin Fields first. So, they still learning. So, we got to give them a little bit of the doubt. So, Justin Fields played the second half after Andy Dalton exited with a knee injury against his former team, and the rookie quarterback used Chicago Stellar's defense performance to direct the Bears to a 20-17 victory over Joe Burrows and the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday. Roquan Smith returned an interception 53 yards for his first career touchdown, one of 3 straight picks thrown by Burrows during the decisive stretch of Chicago's first win of the season. See, this is what I want people to understand about rookie quarterbacks, and I've noticed that. They do a lot of throwing pick sixes when they're first in a strong leadership role. But for them to overcome that, they have to understand that they're human, they make mistakes, but they got to learn from it. Which, in all, to me, makes a great quarterback. They just can't get in their head. But once they get in their own way, in their own head, it's horrible. Now, as Fields took over on Chicago's final drive of the second quarter after getting in on a handful of plays prior to that, but the biggest key for the Bears was the defense bouncing back after it was picked apart by Matthew Stafford in season opening loss at the Los Angeles Rams. Now the Bears was on 20-3 before Joe Burrows threw a 43-yard touchdown to Jamar Chase. Fields then got intercepted at the Chicago 25 by Logan Wilson. It all starts It all starts now. This all worked out in everybody's favor. It really did. So the injury report on this, Bears no tackle. NT Eddie Goldman was inactive and missed the opener. And up next, Bengals will go against Pittsburgh. That's going to be their test. And the Bears will go against Cleveland, who is rocking right now. So we'll see. Then we're going to Houston and Cleveland. We knew that Houston was not going to succeed against Cleveland. It just wasn't in the cards. Ooh, God, I'm itching. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, but we knew it was in the. It wasn't in the cards, man. And Houston got them 21-31. That game was because Mayfield had injuries, but he still pushed himself to lead the team forward. Trying to get for my notes. I hate when they do that, man. Trying to read y'all the notes on my computer and it wants to fly all over the place. I don't know. I think my computer sometimes has a mind of its own. All right. All right, so we're gonna get back to what I was saying. So I'm gonna do a quick summary of what you can expect from this particular game here. The Browns started their left tackle, Jedrick Willis Jr., who played despite missing practice all week with a sprained left ankle and suffered early in the opener. Bless his heart, man. Willis played a part of the third quarter before getting replaced by Blank Hance. Will status took on greater relevance as his backup, Chris Herbert, was ruled out earlier in the week with a tricep injury. Wow, man, that's crazy. So up next, Texas has to do a quick turnaround with the Thursday night matchup at home against Carolina. Listen, Texas, I'm going to tell you right now, Carolina did some real good decimation today. You better be on it. You better have the same intensity you had, but a lot more straight to the point. And the Browns will get to stay home, and they will be with the Chicago Bears. So this is going to be very interesting. Chicago Bears is on it as well. And then I'm just going to just read off the scores from here and not go into too much depth after because it's a lot. So we got LA Rams and the Indiana Colts. Very close game. LA Rams won 27, Indiana 24. Denver at Jacksonville ran right through Jacks 23-13. Buffalo at Miami. Listen, guys, this game was disturbing. I don't know what Miami was going through in their mind, but it's like they just told Buffalo, have the ball and have fun. San Francisco against Philadelphia 17-11. And last but not least, you got to talk about the LA Rams, the LA Vikings. Oh, man. Those guys were phenomenal. 26-17. The Raiders are now 2-0. Now, let me tell you what that says about the Raiders. Getting tired, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get my notes. All right, so Carr threw for 382 yards. Good job, Carr. 382 yards, and he completed 28 of 37. So that means he only missed 9 passes. Good job, Carr. I know you felt good about that game. He really played his heart out. So let's look at some more information. Oh yeah, by the way, during that game, Try Turner was ejected in the fourth quarter as well. Now they had a rookie line left tackle, Alex Leatherwood. He was hurt in the second quarter, and Dallin Levitt, the safety, was evaluated for a concussion. Let's see what else we got. The Raiders will host Miami next Sunday. That's an automatic win. Las Vegas is 0-2 against the Dolphins since Gruden returned as coach in 2018, including a 26-25 setback like December. Oh, wow. So we got the Steelers, who's play next Sunday with Cincinnati. When Cincinnati visits Hinesville Field, and Pittsburgh has won 14 of 16 against the Bengals. Anyway, guys, that is my cue for the latest reacts of what's going on. Y'all get in the comment section, tell me what you're thinking. Do y'all really think that there may be a possibility that there'll be some more upsets today? And what do you think about that game with Miami? Do you think Miami even got a shot to making the playoffs? Y'all just get in the comment section and tell me what y'all think about these games played so far in the NFL. I'm out.